All right. Hi there. Erika Irvin here. This week's practice is a little bit different. You're going to just practice with me. I'm going to do the practice that I would do with you, and I'm going to guide you through it. Now, I'm doing this for a couple reasons because one, I am a really big advocate of you learning how to conduct your own flow, how to listen to your body, how to know what your body needs next, what move is going to nurture but still challenge your body. And so I thought, well, if I'm so passionate about that, I need to let you guys in to do that with me. So I have a general direction. I'm using an outline of our method, but I don't have specifics yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get on my mat and I'm just going to be in that moment and present, and I invite you to join me. So let's get started. I'm gonna go ahead and set up the camera a little bit better here. I feel like that's cockeyed, that's gonna drive me nuts. There you go. No, I'm not A-type, you are. Let's see. Oh, yes. So again, I am going to guide you through this particular practice and try to keep things symmetrical. Let's stand into Tadasana. Relax the arms to the side. Lift the chest gently. Broaden the front of the heart and the back of the heart. Lift the belly button up and kind of underneath the ribcage. Just that lifting feel. Not so much sucking in, just lifting. Relax the arms down to the side. I'm going to take 5 deep breaths. Let me make sure my volume is on. Inhale, arms go over the head. Exhale, wrap opposite elbows. Small back bend. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, arms draw down, squat. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, gentle cactus arms. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, round up. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hinge forward, bend the knees. Inhale, round up. And inhale, arms come over the head. Holding here, lifting tall. Find a little bit of an extension of the spine, particularly the upper part of the spine. 3 more deep breaths. 2 and 1. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift. I'm going to do this 3 more times. Join me. Bend the knees, inhale, roll up, engaging the core as soon as possible. And arms come in front. And exhale, lean over to the right side, arms to the diagonal. And inhale, lift up. Other side, arms to the diagonal. Oh, feels good. Inhale, lift up. Turn the palms down, arms to the diagonal. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Inhale, rise up, and exhale, step the right leg back, swing the arms, inhale, lift up to Tadasana, and exhale, left leg back, in the knees, swing the arms up. So we're going to exhale as we step back into that lunge, inhale as we lift the arms up effortlessly. forward fold. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, step back into plank. Bend and straighten the knees. Spread the fingers. If you need to TP them, TP them. Oh, yes. Now let's draw the shoulder blades down towards the hips. Nice. Start walking the knee to the elbow, right, and then left, feeling the core begin to engage. Elbow pits are facing the opposite front corners of the mats. And inhale, press forward on the toes. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, lift up to cobra. Exhale, lower. I'm going to continue to flow here. Come with me. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift off the ground, use some core muscles. Exhale, downward facing. Play around. Begin to draw the navel in if it's not already. Kind of hollowing out the lower pelvic area. Shake the head, yes and no. And I'm going to wave the spine forward into plank. Inhale. And exhale. Downward facing. Inhale. One vertebrae at a time is getting my attention. Exhale. Last time. Downward facing, 5 deep breaths. I'm really focusing on that space in my lower back. Letting that SI joint loosen up. When I say loosen up, that's not the right term for it, but I'm not going to worry with that right now. This feels too good. And lift high on the toes. Inhale, step or jump forward to half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Grab opposite elbows. And exhale, hands to the side. Take the hands behind the back. Ah, yes. Lift the chest. 3 breaths. 2. And 1. Inhale, arms come over the head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come into chair pose. Yes, sinking back. Drawing the navel in, the tailbone draws down. Engage the inner thighs. Draw them together if your feet are together. That's it. Lifting up the left heel. The left leg's going to go out to the side. We're on jump into warrior 2. Shallow warrior 2, feeling things out here. Hips and shoulders are forward. Knees over the ankle. Front heel is aligned with the arch of the back foot. Yes. Turn the palms up and down. Just kind of telling our body, hey, this is what we're about to do. One more time. And warrior 2, inhale, lengthen to the side. Exhale, extended side angle. Now I feel I should have opened my gate up a little bit more before I went into that. You may or may not need that. Ah, yes. Pushing out through the blade of the straight leg. Lifting up through the pelvic floor. And inhale, we lift up. Exhale, rotate around into plank. Feel free to go to chaturanga or come all the way down with me and into cobra. And lower. Lift up, inhale into plank. Exhale, downward facing. 5 deep breaths. 4, 3, let the head rest. Let the neck decompress. Inhale, step or jump to half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lifting up into Tadasana. Exhale, chair pose. Lift the right heel. Ramajan into warrior 2, left side. Set your alignment and your foundation first. Nice. I'm gonna roll the wrist around this time. Settle in, deep inhale, slide the ribcage and shoulders forward. And extended side angle. Hand can be on the thigh, but we're gonna keep lifting instead of dumping. Just breathe. And inhale, lift up. Exhale, into plank or chaturanga. And inhale, step the right leg forward, left leg forward. We're coming into Malasana. 5 deep breaths. Lift the pelvic floor here. Back is long. If you need to, take the arms out to counterbalance your squat. And exhale, hands to the ground, lift the hips up, toes point forward, heel toe in, and half lift. Take the hands underneath the pads of the feet, and forward fold, elbows pressing out. 5 breaths. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, forward fold. Take the hands to the ground and step back into plank. Draw the shoulder blades down towards your hips. 5 deep breaths into plank. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come onto the elbows into elbow plank. 3 breaths here. We're going to start moving a little faster, so you'll notice my breath cueing will not be as much. This is how I like to practice. I get a little flow in, and then I get to work on some strengthening. Lift the hips up. Let the head dangle. We're into dolphin pose. Inhale, right leg lifts, single leg dolphin. Move the ankle around, keep strong in the shoulders. Push the shoulders away from the ground. Keep the belly hollowed out. Right leg lowers. Find your inhale, left leg lifts. And left leg lowers. Walk the feet back out into plank. Right hand on the mat, open wide into big one, plank. Left leg lifts and pulse. 5, 4, up to the ceiling. 3, 2, 1. Right hand down. Right elbow down, Left hand on the ground. Right leg lifts. Pulse. 5, 4. Hips forward. 3, towards the mat. 2, 1, not me. Both hands down. Lower all the way to the ground. Take the hands in front of the elbows, coming into Sphinx. Go ahead and engage the glutes. Engage the quads, but it's a gentle engagement, a nourishing engagement. And then exhale, lower. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Forehead to the mat, take a couple breaths. Whew, now the legs are about even with hip point. maybe a tad bit wider. Turn the toes just slightly in. And engage the quads. Use the shoulders, press away from the ears. Inhale, upward facing. So we're trying to get broad in the front of the heart again and the back of the heart. So shoulders drop down, look up, gaze upon the horizon. 2 more breaths. You got this. Tuck the toes. Use your core to find downward facing dog. Yes, wonderful. Take a breather here, or go into child's pose. It's okay. It's your practice, remember that. Inhale, right leg lifts. And exhale, right leg comes through into lunge. Inhale, high lunge. And lower press for 5 and lift. 4, 3, keep lifting through the pelvic floor. 2 and 1, low lunge and straighten the front leg. Inhale, come into high lunge. So we're swooping down, low lunge, exhale, a variated pyramid. Inhale. We've got 3 more times. Are you with me? Good. Exhale. And inhale. Staying lifted through the core, lifted through the glutes. Last one. Inhale. Lifting up. That feels good. Bring hands to heart center. Tip forward a little more, and come into warrior 3. 3 deep breaths. 3, 2, and 1. Again, find your high lunge. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, forward. Both toes forward. Come into forward fold. Wide leg forward fold. Grab the big toes. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, forward fold. How's the right leg feeling? Groovy? The left leg wanting some love now. Wonderful. I'm going to turn towards the other side of my mat. You can wander on your mat with me if you'd like, or go back to where you started on the front of your mat. And grab opposite elbows. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, relax. Come to the front of the mat. Beautiful. Inhale, arms go overhead. Vinyasa down, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, go through your chaturanga dandasana or come with me all the way to the mat. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, left leg lifts. Oh yes, move the ankle around. Couple breaths here. Then big step forward, left leg comes forward into high lunge. Breathe this out. I want you to push through your back foot. But look, we're not sinking low. We're lifting. I'm going to keep reminding you of that. Now, here's the deal. We're going to finish this flow. When we're done, I want you to do what you feel your body needs at that moment. All right? And a couple pulses here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, straighten the front leg, variated pyramid. And inhale, arms overhead. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. I lost count, did you? I'm not going to worry about it because this feels good. Let's do one more, okay? Keep pushing on that back foot, back heel, excuse me. And inhale, high lunge. Hands to heart center, tip forward a little bit. Warrior 3. Tower, root down on that supporting leg to lift your body up. And we've got 3 breaths here. 3, 2, 1. Again, finding high lunge. Inhale deep. Exhale, forward fold. And bring this right leg to the left leg for your half lift. We're not going to go into that wide leg forward fold again just yet. Go into our closed leg forward fold. Nice. Now see if you can get a little deeper in this one. So what I want to do is challenge myself. The first one felt more of an awakening. I want this one to feel spacious, like I am intentionally creating space in the back line of my body. I want to feel that. I want to feel the backs of my lungs, the backs of my rib cage becoming more limber. Those muscles releasing in the back to allow for better breath. Wonderful. Inhale, root down to rise up. And exhale, hands to heart center. We are amazing. Take your right leg behind your left leg and have a seat. Then both legs are out into boat pose. Don't worry, we're not gonna do boat pose for long. Let's move on to something a little different. But we gotta remember on this boat pose, it's still important, right? We don't wanna rock too far on the tailbone or too high on the sit bones. Engage the inner thighs. Slowly lower to the mat. Arms come over the head. Bring both legs in at the same time for a little crunch. Inhale, lift up into a pike pose. Cool? So for now, let's forget our breath. We're going to forget our breath so we can focus on the postures, on the movement. So how it looks is, bring it in, and we lower, arms come overhead. Then we're going to come back up, touch the ankles, and come into pike. And bring it in, lower, arms overhead. And up. I don't mind if you use a little momentum, and lift on the tailbone. Excuse me, not the tailbone, the sit bones, don't do the tailbone. Bring it in, lower, and in. And I'm saying pike because it's not a traditional way to do that particular posture. A staff pose. All right, bring it in. Here we go. One more time. In. And take it out. Knees come in. We're going to roll over to the side. Get straight to work. And this is where I start my time. How you doing? Good? So we did a little bit more flow than normal. We're going to move into working some of the smaller muscles. We're still going to work it all, but working some of the smaller muscles. And I want us to start on both hands and doing something simple here. Take the right arm out in front and the left leg's going to lift. All right? The leg is turned out. And so as you come down, lift the left leg and then bring the ankle to the thigh. So lift, bend the elbows, and bring the ankle to the thigh. Here we go, we've got a minute here. My phone keeps turning off. Don't worry, I'm not messing with my text. I'm timing this. All right, so we're gonna lift into that little push-up and crunch. Push up and crunch. And I say that, go slow here. We're not needing to go fast. We're needing to just feel it a little bit. Now look, we're developing the leg out into that attitude and then a big arabesque. Keep going. And arabesque. And we're not going to bend this front shoulder so much that we are kind of digging into it. Just a little bend in the elbow. Nice. Now I'm just going to have to remember all this on the other side. So here's what I'm wanting to do now. And come back, lift. Good. Now think about leading with the outside of your knee Stay here. Come onto this right elbow and pulse. Pulse. Woo, lose a balance, pulse. There you go. You can tuck this back toe if you like. So we've got a little bit of time here. Leg is still turned out. Keep pulsing. The leg is directly behind us for the first 30 seconds. Lift it. And then we're going to take it out to the diagonal. Stay with it. Stay with it. And out to the diagonal here. Hit that mark. Pulse. Pulse. So the supporting leg, you may be feeling the love on that leg as well. That's good. That's good. Oh, yes. Feeling the love. Lift it a little higher. Now tap it all the way down and up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You got it. Stay with me. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up. Take the hands on the ground. Left leg behind the right leg. And we're seated right here. So take a quick little breather. And here's what this next one looks like. We're going to take the right arm out to the side. And we're going to lift up into, it's not even really a side lunge. It's just a lift. I want this right leg to lift you up. Then the arm comes over the head, do a big crunch, back, and close. We got it? Let's stick together, y'all. Lift up, crunch, out, and sit. That left arm swoops around, help you create a better range of motion in the shoulder joint. Whew, how you feeling? I don't know about you guys, but my right leg is getting some love. Stay with it. Just be here. Be in this moment with me. You want to know how much longer we have, or you just want to do it? Let's just do it. How's that right leg working for you? Working as much as it can. And we're going to rest. Yay. Come back to seated, comfortable seat. And I'm going to turn this way. And we have the other side. So again, if you're feeling in the supporting leg, that's fine, that's fine, that's what we're doing. Now I gotta remember what we did on the other side. I told you, just kind of going with the flow here. Following the basic format of what our method is about. And so we had left arm in front, and we lift into arabesque, nice and high with the leg turned out, and then we come into our little ankle to thigh. Now watch, please. I'm not lifting here with the knee down. The lift is coming from the outside of the knee. Think of the outside of the knee, and then crunch. So the leg stays turned out the whole time. I need a little timer. I'm gonna buy a little timer. This phone thing isn't working for me. All right, I'm gonna shut my mouth. Y'all stay in it. Remember that little push up at the beginning or at the front there, that arabesque lift. Go ahead and rock forward a little bit. You want that rock on this supporting leg. That little rock forward on the supporting leg. That's gonna get into the left glute, the supporting leg glute. How are we doing? Good? Keep going. If you are getting out of breath, if you are feeling the legs burn, if you are wanting to quit, don't let this happen. Let those legs burn. Get out of breath. Stay with me here. And we're going to take this knees down, left elbow down. And we've got our pulses out to the side, or excuse me, right behind us. Lift high, pulse, pulse. Now I know you're thinking, okay, maybe one leg is more attention than the other leg, they're getting the same amount of attention. So long as you're paying attention to the movement. All right? If you do have one side that's stronger than the other, you're going to maybe feel it on the weaker side first, or more so on the weaker side. We're not really symmetrical beings. Let's go out to the diagonal. Hit that diagonal. Pulse. Pulse. Are you breathing? I hope so. I read somewhere that breathing is important to sustaining life. I don't know. You know these people these days. Just kidding. Are you shaking? I hope so, because I am. And leg comes behind. We've got the left leg on the bottom. We're going to use this left leg, left hand down, to lift up. Woo. Crunch. Keep the leg lifted high and bring it back down. 1 minute, yes or yes? Cool. Yes is the right answer. Oh, lift. Bring it in. Okay, we're not going for speed here. We're going for accuracy. If you need a towel, I should have prefaced that. Grab one. Oh, yes. Ooh, bring it in. I don't know about you, but right now, I feel my body saying, thank you. Thank you so much for doing this for me today. And that feeling makes me want to come back tomorrow. Not to mention the results. I see. I like that too. I like being stronger. Hey, are you using your upper body to lift you off the ground? If so, stop. Try to use the lower body and the core to lift you up. And one more just so you can practice that for tomorrow when you do this. Lift up, bring it in, out, and rest. Fantastic. Whew. Bring the legs in front. And a good old-fashioned butterfly. Feet together. Inhale, lift the chest up. Elbows out. We're hinging, but not as low as we can go. You can move that butterfly around if you like. Oh, yeah. Out of breath and loving it. All right. Give yourself a mental or a physical pat on the back. But we're not done. Oh, no. Let's get to work on some inner thigh and stretching. All in one, inner thigh stretching. I'm going to move away from the light. So here we go. You've got a leg on top. Grab it. Feel it. Stretch it. Feels good, right? Now look at this shoulder. We're going to stay out of it. Nice. Align up the heel with the hip. Hip with the shoulders. Nice. This top leg, pin it. Place your heel close to the thigh of the bottom leg. And come up on to the supporting leg arm. The supporting arm. Now we're going to lean forward, all right? And this arm that's closest to your bent leg, lean forward, and then wrap around and try to grab your foot of the straight leg. Bring your supporting arm in a little closer, and with a breath, push your heel into your thigh, thigh into your heel. You're going to lift up into baby cricket for 3, 2, 1, and lower. And we rock. Switching sides. Nice. Now this is, again, a practice pose. They're all practice poses. But the great thing about this is getting the leg up is hard enough. You can really see yourself develop through these practices. Nice. Now what I'm looking for here is I'm not looking for a crazy stretch. I'm just looking for some alignment, some lengthening, and then I'm going to place this top leg over the bottom leg. So, coming up on the supporting arm, wrist goes underneath the shoulder, but that shoulder path changes a little bit as we move forward. Again, draw the shoulder down, leaning forward, and then wrap the arm around towards that bottom leg foot. Nice. When you're ready, use the power of the breath and the core to lift you up. And slightly forward, keep your chest lifted. Keep practicing. It's not about perfection, it's about practice. And we lower. And we rest. I'm going to turn this way on the mat so you can see me. How are you feeling? Pretty groovy? I hope so, because you just did awesome. Inhale, arms to overhead. Exhale, lower. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Bring knees into chest. You can tell that I'm filming in the afternoon time. That sun's coming in. Rock side to side. Wonderful. Take the knees into a circle. Settle onto your spine first. And take the knees into a circle, one direction. How proud of you are yourself today. I hope that you're proud of yourself just for pressing play. And keep in mind, these practices are meant to be done multiple times, switch directions, so that you can get familiar with it, grow into it, and then create more challenging variations of it. I mean, that's our whole motto here is we want to find that calm mind through challenging times so we can continue to challenge ourselves more and more deeply. Come into plank, please. If you want to come to the elbows, come to the elbows. Right leg's going to come forward into low lunge. Draw it forward with the hand if you need. Bottom knee drops. And we lift up into a crescent lunge. Drop the hands. And lift the back knee. Push through the back ankle or heel. And lift the hips just a little bit, trying to get back into plank. Left leg comes forward. So we're trying to use more of the core towards the end of this practice to draw the leg through. Back knee drops. And let's enjoy a crescent lunge. We're still engaged, but not, stuck. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? One more downward facing. Bring the foot into plank. Exhale, downward facing. Breathe. I'm listening to where my body wants to go next. And it's telling me Malasana. You can bend, jump, or step into Malasana. Nice, nice, nice. Love it. Hands can come down. Hey, if you want to go into a crow, now's the time to go into that crow. I'm just thinking since I'm here, I might as well. Beautiful. I'm going to lift up. Toes forward. Sassing the hips from side to side. Catching my breath. Feeling those little movements inside the hip. Love it. Feeling the need for a nice wide side bend. Oh, stretch, 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 stretch. Now, if I keep going, see, here's what would happen. If I wasn't timing this for you guys, I'd be like, okay, now this stretch, I need to do a triangle. My body is creating a triangle for that side lateral stretch. I come into a triangle. Yeah, the practices, they don't have to be long. No, not at all. But it is best practices to be intentional. And not even so much intentional about, all right, relax. Not even so much intentional about where you're going in your practice. Just intentional about being with yourself and listening to your body. I hope you had a wonderful practice with me. Thank you so much. If you are in our membership, you know how to use our system to submit questions or critiques. I will be happy to help you. I'll be there within 48 hours, I promise, with a video response for you. And if you're not in our membership, please ask questions, be inquisitive. Head over to our website and check it out. All right. Thank you guys for practicing with me today. The light in me honors the light in you. And my wish for you going forward is that you find those priorities with your heart and you let your actions be led by your heart and those priorities. Take care. Bye-bye now.